What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a good day. Today I'm outside with the 240s and I got some work I got to do on this thing. As you can see, a little bit of damage on this side. If you guys follow our Instagrams, I'll put the link in the bio, but if you follow our Instagrams, you'll see a couple nights ago I actually came out of a very steep driveway and my front end took a lot of the damage on that. So over here it's probably the worst of it, where the bumper is pretty cracked up and this fender took a pretty good beating as well. And it got a nice crease right here, and my fender brace in there is broken completely in half. So I'm gonna go through, fix a few of the things today. Also have an install I got to do on the car today just to get it ready for the next upcoming drift event. As you can see, we got a good amount of tires here stacked up, but yeah, basically today it's going to be a little bit of drift event prep and putting the car back together and making it look halfway decent again, and hopefully fixing some of this stuff. I do want to lower the front more, actually. You might think after doing that I'd want to raise it, but I actually want to lower it a little bit more because the front is pretty high compared to the back, even though the front does rub a lot already. Yeah, you can see on this side, I'm kind of parked on a hill right now, but normally the rear is a little bit lower than that and the front's a little bit higher. Like right now, if this is how it's sat, it would be okay, but normally the rear looks a little more like the other side. Like this is kind of what it looks like when I'm on flat ground, and then you can see the front is pretty high compared to that. So yeah, I'm gonna go through, fix a few of these little things on it, and you know, see what we can do. Also, we got to install today, so yeah, just stay tuned. Right now I got to get the car in the air, which is gonna be fun, but probably gonna take the whole body kit off because I do want to remount it anyways. Some of them are held on just with like these random screws, and I got a whole new thing of bolts to put it on. So yeah, so let's get it in the air and start taking the body kit off. I also need to fix my wing, but yeah, let's just get right to it. Also guys, just as a heads up, I forgot to mention, I am using the new GoPro instead of the phone that I normally use. So if the quality of the video is a little different, now you know why. I just picked up the new GoPro. I figured I would try vlogging with it. You can probably see it in the reflection here, but yeah, so I figured I'd give it a go. It is 4K 24 everything, so yeah, just a heads up if the quality looks a little better, worse, whatever, that's why. Alright, so now that the front bumper's off, I'm gonna go ahead and do the side skirts and the rear valence as well. Probably not gonna film that though, just because it's just a repeat of the same thing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take off the rest of the kit, and then I'll catch up with you guys once I'm putting the car in the air and getting the wheels off. Just like that, the entire kit is now off the car, and you can really see over here what I was talking about before. My fender brace completely broke in half right here. That was from the impact that this fender took. So yeah, and like I said guys, that was just me coming out of a driveway. So yeah, it was a pretty steep driveway. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start lifting the car up now. I'm gonna do, if I can, I'm gonna try to get all 4 corners in the air at once, just so make my life a little bit easier, because I gotta do some work up front as well as in the rear. I don't think I said it yet, but today we are gonna be installing the ISR Pro Series suspension arms, the fully adjustable toe, camber, traction, all that stuff. I do have the full set. I've actually had it inside for probably like 6 months, just sitting there, and I just haven't got around to putting it on. But I figured now that we do have an event next weekend, actually, that I should probably put them on and get an actual proper alignment, because this car has kind of just been eyeball alignment pretty much since I put the coilovers on, which was probably close to a year ago now. So yeah, that's not the best. anyways, I figured I'd get a proper alignment. So today we're gonna be putting on the ISR suspension arms, and I'll give you guys a little walkthrough of that. Since I do have the GoPro now, I might try to do a little bit of like head cam or chest cam or something. We'll see. I do have the mounts inside, so try to do that and get footage of all that. I'm not going to really do like a how-to tutorial to install that because there's plenty of those out there on the internet. So if you guys want to know how exactly to do it, you can go check out those videos. You know, I will show you like what I'm doing, obviously, so, but I'm not going to focus too much on the tutorial how to put them on specifically, but this is more just a video of me putting them on and working on my car. So anyways, let's get right to work. I got to get the car in the air now, get all the wheels off, and I think I'm going to start actually on the front end fixing my fenders, and I do got to bang out my wheel wells a little bit because my wheels hit everything in there. So yeah, so let's just get to it, and I'll catch up with you guys once we get the car in the air. All right, so I was going to try to put the whole car in the air, but come to the conclusion that it's just too low to do all that right now, and I don't want to have to lower the front down already. I already got jack stands under there, and it doesn't help that we have like the biggest jack stands known to man. So I basically had to max out this jack on the subframe in order to get these under there. And yeah, it's getting hot out here already. I'm already sweating and I'm already over it, but this is pretty much the only day I have left to do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do the front first, and like I said guys, I'll put a head cam on and I'll get some footage of me doing that. I do got to bang out the wheel wells and stuff and try to fix this fender. So let's get right to it by taking the wheels off. And yeah, next clip you see will probably be either head cam or chest cam, but most likely head cam. So let's get right to it, guys. All right guys, so got the head cam on now. Go ahead and start taking off the front wheels and probably make a little time lapse. We're gonna start with just the front, like I said, because obviously the rear is not in the air yet. So I need to go ahead and find my impact and shit first, because as you can see, my brother, when we worked on his car, we kind of just left the tools everywhere, which, you know, we're not the best, we're not the smartest when it comes to cleaning up tools. Alright guys, so now that we're in here, got the wheel off, mainly what I need to be fixing here on the front, as you can see right here, I still have this pinch weld sticking out, and it's all bare metal, so you can see that my wheel has been hitting this. Also up here you can see there's a little bit of bare metal showing, so obviously my wheel's been hitting that as well. And like I said, I messed up this fender, so I'm gonna try to bang out this fender and just bang this stuff out a little bit. Right here it looks like it's been hitting as well, so I'm gonna try to maybe bang that out. Throw a little coat of spray paint over it just so it doesn't rust. You know, I live in California, that's not a big problem, but still I'd like to make sure that it doesn't rust. And other than that, like I said, I do have the suspension arms I need to put on. The camera just hit the fender, but I do have the suspension arms I need to put on. It does look like my wheels have been hitting this as well, which is kind of unfortunate, because there's nothing I could really do about the sway bar unless I get like a high clearance sway bar, which I know they do make those. So I might have to get one of those or just take it off. I'm kind of worried about this for the event though, because my brother actually cracked one of his gram lights on this car. One of the, no, it was actually one of his 18-inch gram lights that he had on the front, but he actually, from hitting the sway bar, he ended up cracking his wheel, and I don't want to do that with my wheels. So might take this out today, might not, we'll see how the day goes. But first off, I'm going to start by banging out some of the stuff in the wheel well, just making a little bit more clearance for the drift event, because I don't want to be rubbing on everything at the event. So let me grab a hammer and get straight to work here. All right, so this is gonna be a pretty tedious process because I don't really have any like sledgehammers. I just have regular hammers like this, so it's gonna be quite the process, but I'm gonna get straight to it and just start hitting. So I'm thinking maybe from like here up I need to hit. I don't think it's gonna hit anything down here because my car is so low anyways, but I'm gonna go ahead and start by flattening this out, and then like I said, we have this here and this here as well. So yeah, let's just start hammering, I guess. As you guys can see, it's already starting to get flat, but you know, it's gonna take me a while to do this. Especially this corner is probably gonna be a hard spot, so we'll see how that goes down there. So it's like halfway there. This part on the corners is gonna be pretty difficult, so I might end up just doing it from like this corner to this corner, because, you know, like I said, I don't really have a sledgehammer. I just have like a regular household hammer. So it would make my life a lot easier if I took off the fender as well, but I kind of don't want to do that right now. Is this even on up here though? Yeah, no, I bolted it like completely on, so we're gonna just do it with the fender on. Alright guys, so I actually decided I'm gonna hold off on banging this out for now, just because this hammer that I was using, the small one, wasn't really working too well, and I don't want to stay here for an hour and hammer. So my parents actually just took off to Lowe's, and I asked them if they can just grab me like a small sledgehammer just to make it a little bit easier. And so yeah, I'll wait until I get that. In the meantime, I'm gonna actually go ahead and lower my car a little bit more. So yeah, it's already hitting everywhere, and I know I shouldn't go lower, blah blah blah, but I just want my car to be lower. I don't know, it's just a weird thing that I have. So as you can see, my coilover is actually maxed out already. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna unbolt this, and I'm gonna remove the lower bracket here and just remove this lower collar. The adjustment collar should give me about, you know, however much that is on the strut. It's probably about 1/2 inch, but of drop it's probably only going to be about 1/4 inch, because you got to make up for the, I don't know what the word is, but yeah, it's probably going to be about 1/4 inch drop. So I'm going to go ahead and unbolt these. I do believe that they are 17s. I could be wrong. Yeah, 17s. So I already have the socket here. I'm just gonna go ahead and unbolt both of these and then pull this off the knuckle from here. And yeah, let me stop talking and just actually start working. Easy as that, 2 bolts, and my whole adjustment is now loose. So go ahead and just screw this all the way off. You can take the whole strut out and do it that way, but this is just a lot easier. Obviously you can do it from the top, but I'm not gonna go through all that stress right now. This is probably the right way to do it, actually. So go ahead and move this all the way off. Here's where we've run into an issue, guys. You can see how long this strut is, and I actually bottomed out on my tie rod before I can even get it off. So we might have to unbolt the top of the strut and go in that way. But yeah, as you can see, it's just hitting my tie rod now. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and unbolt the top here. It's just 3 bolts, 14s I believe, and then we'll just take the whole strut out and do it that way. Sick. And there you go. All right, so I lost one of the bolts. It fell somewhere, but now we should be able to get this off at least. There we go. And then obviously just this one collar, and then you're gonna want to leave your preload adjustment collar, even though we're not really gonna use it for anything. Just figure, you know, leave it in there just because. So I guess technically, guys, we could take out this collar as well and then just use the bracket itself and that collar to keep the preload where it's at. But I don't know how low that's gonna make the car, and I'm not trying to go that much lower. I'm literally just trying to go this much lower. So I'm hoping that that'll make it low enough to where I want it at. And, you know, I know obviously it is gonna rub, but, you know, I'm not too worried about it. My car already rubs as it is. And eventually, you know, this fender, I can hammer it out more just to make a little bit more clearance. So probably gonna end up doing that today as well. All right, guys, so I got the rear completely threaded back on, ready to go. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I don't know where the GoPro's pointing, but gonna be bolting the top back on. Like I said, I lost this bolt. I think it fell. Yeah, I see it down here, tangled in my brake lines. So let me go from under the car, and it's up here somewhere. right here. Do you guys see it right here behind my fucking brake lines? Yeah, that was nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this out. Boom. It like caught it for me. It was so weird, but it would have been easier if it would have just fell to the floor, but you know. Go ahead and bolt this back on. Grab the impact. Couple ugga-duggas. Not too many ugga-duggas. And that's probably good, because this is the fat boy impact that gets lug nuts and flywheel bolts and shit off, so don't want to give it too many ugga-duggas, but just enough, you know. So jack is maxed out and it's not even touching this yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and find some shit now. This is being a pain in the ass. Everything I do today is just fucking pain in the ass. I can't just do anything and it goes smooth. Not to mention it's like hot as hell out here today. All right, so got this all back together, lowered it just that much more, so hopefully it'll look a little bit better and be a little closer to the back. But next up on the list, we have our tension rods. So I have the ISR Pro Series angled kit like I was telling you guys about before, and you know, it'll give me full adjustment on my caster, just a little bit better alignment in general. And as you can see in here, if you guys can see that, this bushing is completely shot, so it's kind of nice that we're doing this anyways. And just the last thing up here that needs to be done, already got my angle kit and everything, so it's really the last piece of suspension for the front end. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, start by taking this one off, and then for now what I'm going to try to do is just match the new one lengthwise, so it's close enough alignment wise, and then we can go and actually get it properly aligned at an alignment shop somewhere. So start by taking this off. I do believe that this is going to be a 17 here. Let me check it out. Like I said, I'm not doing like a tutorial, just if you guys are doing this, you know, yeah, 17 here. And under here we got a couple of, looks like gonna be 17s again on the bottom side here. So two 17s as well as a 17 over here, and that's gonna come straight off. So start by removing this. All right, just like that. So this is out now. You know, the bushing's not too bad, but it's definitely cracked up and could be replaced. So now that we have this out, we're gonna go ahead and grab the new ISR piece, throw that in here. All right, so here they are. Like I said, I've had these for a while, just sitting in the house, kind of not really doing anything or really even using them. I'm not sure why. I kind of just like bought them and then never put them on, and they just sat there. But yeah, so today we're gonna put these on. I think they're different. Yes, they most definitely are. So this one is for the passenger side, the side that I'm working on right now. As you can see, the wheel's gonna be here, so it's gonna turn and it's angled to allow more angle on your steering, for drifting, obviously. So like I said, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and actually kind of try to match these lengthwise. So I'm gonna set these up next to each other. You can see that we need to extend this one a little bit just to match the OEM length, and then when we take it to the alignment shop, we can actually properly get it adjusted, so I can have the caster that I want. So to adjust these, it's simple, you know, just go ahead, unscrew this. It's just like adjusting a coilover, guys, so you know, you can't really go wrong with this. It's, you know, got its locking collars and all that stuff going on. So we'll go ahead. I gotta actually figure out how to properly use this though. So let me figure this out here. All right guys, so I got this lengthwise pretty good match, and I'm not sure how this adjustment all works, but I looked at my brother's car for reference, and this is how his are set up. He has two locking this together, and then this one's locking these together. So now that we got it pretty much matched up, we'll go ahead and put it back together, and this should just slip right in perfect. So we'll grab the bolt. The bolt went in this way, and then the nut on the other side. And just like I said, guys, you're gonna want this angle towards the middle of the car, obviously, so you have more steering angle. And they did include new bolts, because it doesn't include, the old one has studs and the new one is just bolted through. So in the box they will include new bolts for you, and then you take these two Allen head bolts, put them through the top, and then on the bottom side you use your factory nuts that were holding on the stud. So simple as that. Let's go ahead and get this all bolted up, and then we can move on to the other side. We're gonna do the exact same thing. All right, guys, so the GoPro ended up dying about halfway through this, so I ended up to just finish the front. I didn't do the back yet, but I figured, you know, I'll just finish the front, put it back together while the GoPro charges. So I did finish it up, got the front all put back together. As you can see, it's pretty low now. Matches the rear a little bit better, but I did bang out my fender wells, but now that I lowered it, it's hitting everything pretty bad. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna leave it this low. I'm gonna have to redo the front now and put that collar back in, which isn't the end of the world. It's really easy to do. It's just kind of frustrating that now I have to redo the front. As for doing the back, guys, I'm actually not gonna do that today. I'm gonna wait until probably tomorrow. This isn't the end of the video, but I'll show that here at the next in the next clip is gonna be probably tomorrow, me doing the rear. But it's already so late in the day and I kind of want to enjoy the day before I have to go back to work tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna end up just doing that tomorrow, fixing the front as well tomorrow, and I'll probably end up just raising the whole car, even the rear, just to get it a little closer to this one. You can see it's not tucking wheel in the back. You can see right here it's actually got a little bit of gap between the wheel and the fender, and this one's tucking wheel. But I do like that look of tucking wheel. I just don't want the front to be so high compared to the back, and I don't want to sit here for 3 hours hammering out my wheel wells. So I'd rather just have the car even. The rear is going to be a little bit lower than the front still, but I want to make it a little bit more even than it is right now, because right now I feel like the back kind of looks a little too low for how high the front was. But anyways, yeah, so next clip you see is probably going to be tomorrow. So that's it for today, and I'll catch up with you guys after I'm off work tomorrow. Alright guys, so it is day 2 of the suspension arm install, and let me tell you, I'm having a very bad time with this car right now. It's just giving me nothing but problems. And would you agree?
Yeah, it's a terrible time right now.
Yeah, very terrible time. So I put the front back to where it was, coilover wise. I put the collar back in, and for some reason it looks higher than it was before, which is interesting to me. And also my fenders, I took them off, and yeah, they didn't want to go back on correctly, so now my fenders fit like shit, and I don't really want to spend the time bending them in. Oh yeah, and my hood latch broke, so that was cool. So now to open my hood, we literally just have to pull the zip tie and then my hood will open. So when he lowered the car yesterday, he didn't realize that the cable for the hood latch was in there, and he rubbed right through it, and now the hood latch cable is broken. Yeah, so I came out here and I went to go open my hood this morning, and the latch wasn't doing anything. It was like, it almost felt like it was jammed. I was like, what the hell? So I like yanked on it as hard as I could, and the hood opened, but then it wasn't latching. I kept trying to close it, and it wasn't latching anymore. So we went in there, we found where it had rubbed through, we tried to fix it, and it just wasn't working. So we just did a half-assed little job to get it fixed now. I do need to get a new cable, but I don't have time to order it and wait for it. I have an event literally in like 4 days. So for now, at least the hood closes, and if I need to open it, I can just do it through the front bumper and just pull the little string that we attached to it. So yeah, but like I said before, the fitment on the wheels, I don't know what the hell happened, but like before I couldn't even fit my fingers in here, and now that I put that collar back in, and I drove it around too, so it's not a matter of settling, it's just like the fitment, it's higher, and it also has more room now, which, I mean, I'm not against it. It's just frustrating that I wanted the car to be lower, so I took the collar out, and then when I put the collar back in, it's now higher than it was in the first place.
Yeah, also your ISR angled tension rods hit your wheels.
Yeah, so even with the angle kit and the angled traction arm or tension rods, my wheels hit at full lock. they hit my tension rods that's supposed to clear for more angle.
Yeah,
So
put a bigger spacer in there and they still
yeah.
hit, so.
Oh yeah, and on top of that, the wheel fitment thing, I have a bigger spacer in than I did before, and it's further away from the fender than it was before. So I don't know what the hell happened there. Something's wrong with my front suspension. Something's all changed around, but still haven't even touched the back. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. I decided that in the meantime, I'm not gonna do the traction arms or the camber arms because I don't need to adjust my traction arms or my camber arms really. The only thing I need to adjust is the toe, because camber wise it's already fine, it's where it's at, and when I raise it anyways, it's gonna pull some camber out, because I am gonna raise the back a little bit just so it'll be a little closer match to the front, so it's not tucking anymore. Like I said earlier on in the video, I'll get it more close to this car, so it's still low, but it's just not gonna be tuck and wheel anymore. So I think that's enough talking. I'm gonna go ahead and raise the car in the rear now so we can start working on it, and we're probably just gonna put the toe arms in, and I was gonna go get a legit alignment, but now I'm thinking I'll probably just do an eyeball alignment with a piece of wood or something as best as I can and call it a day and just take it to the track, because like I said, it's only a few days away, so I don't really have time to be messing with this car too much. But yeah, so we're gonna get right to it. We're gonna get nice and sunburned, and we're gonna get this suspension going. All right guys, so as you can see down here, it's pretty much all stock other than my coilovers. So I do want to raise my coilover. I'll probably raise it a decent amount, and then I'm definitely gonna put my toe arms on, and I might put the camber arms on just because it makes my life a little bit easier to adjust the coilovers, but we'll see. And then I'm probably also gonna adjust the dampening on my coilovers, make them more stiff just so I have less rubbing issues. That's what I did with the front as well, so maybe that's what happened with my fitment, but I don't think that would have, yeah, no, I don't know what the hell happened with the front, but anyways, we're gonna get right to work back here. Quick update, coilovers are out. That one's going back in right now, but I decided to just not install anything, so I just took the coilovers out. I'm gonna raise it, and that'll just adjust my toe a little bit. Not perfect obviously, but it's gonna be adjusted straighter than it was when it was slammed. And honestly at this point, like I know for a fact I'm not gonna have time to get an alignment, and I know for a fact if I put those new suspension arms on, it's not gonna be aligned either way. So at this point I'd rather just raise the car up a little bit so it matches the front, and then just kind of send it. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and throw the other coilover in, throw the car on the ground, and see where it sits, and then obviously I gotta put my body kit and everything back on. So yeah, I guess we'll just
Having a terrible time right
yeah now. I'm having a fucking terrible day. I came out here to fix my car and I feel like I've just been breaking shit all day, so kind of over it. But yeah, I'll catch you guys up once we get the car on the ground and see what the fitment's gonna look like for the event. I don't want them to be on there forever.
No, I'm not using the Panama on.
Dude, fuck it, let's just fucking... No, let's not just fucking...
Dude,
honestly, like...
Who cares?
It's a drift car at this
I'm
point.
kidding. We gotta find the 3M. Come on now.
We have to have some somewhere.
Let's see if the audience can help us find it.
Can
They're
you
in the
spot the
comments.
3M
They're in the
tape?
comments. It's right there, you fucking idiots!
Like Dora the
Right
Explorer.
there!
Do you know where the 3M tape
It's
is?
just Mr.
Good
Map.
luck, bro. I wish... Dude, I'll let anybody come search for something in my garage. I'll bet them $10 they can't find anything here.
I bet you $10 we don't even fucking have it, dude.
Yeah, we're looking for something that doesn't exist. Use duct tape. I'm serious, just fucking roll it inside out like how you would, like with scotch tape on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
He said, fuck the tape.
Dude, honestly, fuck the tape. I'm so over it. Smooth operator.
When do we get a copyright strike and sing?
You can. You actually can. If you sing it
Our
well
channel
enough.
has so many copyrights anyways.
Oh,
Doesn't
literally.
really matter.
Not the
Retweet.
recent videos because I've been on it, but... You know I downloaded a no copyright song and then I got copyrighted for that song and video?
But I told him it's because he got the song off YouTube, so the video itself was copyrighted.
Literally, you can't say NCS. NCS isn't no copyrighted. I tried.
Dude, we should shave it down more. It still doesn't fit flush. It's not... Look, it fits fine. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it
This
doesn't.
whole corner right here is still bulging out. I'm gonna shave this all flat right here.
Might as well while your hands look
because
like
I'm
that.
not gonna let you go to a drift event looking like a fucking chump. We're cutting a hole in the bumper now, because like I said earlier when I showed you guys the hood release is gonna be behind the bumper now. But yeah, it's also a style thing. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Basically, you cut the hole in the front of your bumper. It allows more airflow, keeps your car cooler on track. And considering I don't have like a Koyo, I just have a stock radiator, it would actually probably help me to do this. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. And maybe I'll set up a little time lapse of us doing this, cutting it out once we get the measurements all good. Alright guys, so that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for today. Basically didn't get anything done that I wanted to get done, but the car is together, it's in one piece, and it's ready for a drift event in my eyes. So as you can see, new bumper cut. The wheel fitment's a little different, it's a little higher, which, you know, not the biggest fan of, but it's gonna work, and you know, it's gonna get me around track, and that's all that really matters at this point. So I do have the front traction rods in. No, not traction rods, what are they?
Tension rods.
Tension rods. The front tension rods are in, and that's it. That's the only suspension arm that I ended up putting in. Even though, you know, I wanted to get all of them, I do have all of them. It's just, it never ended up happening, just with everything that went down suspension wise. So as you can see, the fitment now, it matches a little bit better. It doesn't look super slammed in the back compared to the front anymore. And you know, it did take out a little bit of camber, so I will be getting a little more even tire wear. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I know this video was kind of all over the place, and there wasn't really like anything specific that we did. I was supposed to put on the suspension arms, but we all know how that went. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure leave a like on the video, go subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. Also, we do have our Instagrams linked in the bio below in the description. So, you know, feel free to go down, check out our Instagrams, check out our website as well. It's a new website, and we do have some merch on there if you guys are interested in that. So yeah, like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and enjoy the rest of your day.